Mario sickened by this. He gets up from the table. Just wants to hit that jack.
Ya no.
Begging to the gods.
Ya me salvé, no sabía cómo, no tenía salida. Ya está.
You can see all those players. They love the poker in South America. They all play with gusto. And why not? I like the thing what he said. They like to talk, they like to chit-chat, they like to laugh at the table.
Oh, I had such a good time playing in this event. And it didn't even cost me much, just the one bullet. That's good for me.
Yeah, 410 total entries.
I always won. Made it to day 2. Coway now, with the ace-8 of spades, he will be attacking.
Brian Kaufman with a king-jack.
Coway has opened a lot of hands. Brian with position here, likely to take a flop. He will make this call.
And now Miguel with 10-5 goes out, and Juan in the big blind with an ace-7. He might want to continue.
Oh.
Says he loves to meditate and exercise to get his mind right when he plays poker.
Sounds like a modern poker player.
Wow, king, jack, deuce, 2 paired for Brian. What a flop for him.
Huge flop for Brian. This is not a good board for Coway to be continuation betting into 2 players. No pair, no draw, no real backdoor outside of a queen 10 with no club.
Just guts to make the continuation bet of 225 to the delight of this man, Brian Kaufman.
Oh.
Who just walks the dog and calls. Juan, of course, probably has to go out, and he does so. So two-way action. Brian setting up his man beautifully here. Deuce pairing the board.
Very bad card to barrel here.
Does Coway want to stay aggressive? Oh boy. Boom, 400,000 was in the chip lead before this pot.
Oh.
4 on the river. Makes no difference. Will Coway get the memo finally?
Coway needs to go back in time and get the memo 2 streets ago.
Ah.
All in.
I know how much it is. I know.
Oh.
It's too much is how much it is.
Coway, of course, with nothing but heart, has to concede. Yes, he does. And that is a huge pot for Brian Kaufman, who, because of that pot, is now the new chip leader.
Vamos.
Buena mano.
Gracias. En esta tenía.
¿Cómo?
En esta tenía.
Por supuesto.
Menos que antes.
Menos que
Brian's telling the truth. He said, I had it, my friend.
era bueno.
Escalera.
Hey, Coway this time has a 10-6. And it's the first time tonight he has not been the chip leader. Things are changing at this table, and now Brian, the new chip leader with a queen-jack.
225.
And he will raise to 225. Miguel goes out. And Juan Gonzalez with a pretty strong king-queen of clubs.
Juan is stuck going all in here. Brian opens plenty. Juan with 15 blinds and a very strong hand in the small.
All in.
All in bet.
And Mario's on a very short stack in the big blind, so he's getting a good price here. Ace-3 offsuit is not necessarily the hand you want to call off your stack with.
Pau.
He has made the call.
Yeah, this might be a little ambitious.
Ya, no sé. Voy ganando, por lo menos. Si no, me la chupan todas.
Mario, always looking a little disgusted at the table.
Ace-3 offsuit, if you were putting it in against Juan's range, is almost always behind.
Here's the flop is a 10-5-3 all hearts, so three's there for Mario. He's in front.
Me acomodé un poco.
What a great outcome for him. He just flops the absolute joint.
Going to the turn card, Mario looking good, and now he's
That's
looking
it.
great.
Uy, bueno, más.
Mario's done it. Winning a big pot here.
Sin sufrir, Mario.
Yo no estoy corazón. El dealer ya.
He's
ya le
always
dije.
talking about his heart. He's like Fred Sanford, you know. I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Oh, I'm coming. Oh!
Metió la dama, mira. Qué
Mario more than doubling up. We have 5 players remaining here in Uruguay, where they love their poker. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
This weekend, you can win your way into the next World Poker Tour main event by playing online poker at clubwpt.com. Sign up free using bonus code YTC and get a free 2-week trial.
Hey, the antes are going up to 20,000. Blind 60, 120. An action on Coway, who has legitimate ace-king this time.
Coway has been the most aggressive and active player at this table, so he won't get a lot of credit for having a strong hand here. Miguel Branas with an interesting decision. He's in 3rd chip position. He's well ahead of the guys in 4th and 5th, but he's got a strong hand.
Pago.
And this is a nice call. I think if he was playing just for chips, he could move all in, but with the way stacks are distributed at this final table, this is a great call from Miguel. And Mario with ace-jack in the big blind might put it in.
Wow.
There we go.
He's going all in, all you can eat. Look at this. He thinks he's in front. Little does he know what's on the left of him. And there's his 3 nurses in case he has a heart attack.
Coway likely to go with this ace-king under 10 blinds.
I'm all in.
And there we go.
Yep, over the top. Mario says, I might have made a mistake.
And so Miguel's flat call pre-flop works out for him. He is going to avoid confrontation here, get out of the way.
Yeah, Miguel goes away.
And if Coway knocks out Mario, then Miguel moves up our pay ladder.
Mario sickened by this. He gets up from the table. Just wants to hit that jack.
Ya no.
Begging to the gods.
Ya me salvé, no sabía cómo, no tenía salida. Ya está.
A hot flash along with it. It is 6-6-10, not good for Mario.
Salió los 9 dado vuelta.
He does have a backdoor flush draw. Even a king is not the end of the world, as that would give him a gut shot to a Broadway straight.
¿Que te vayas saludando? Para decir, no.
Mario's keeping his sense of humor. 2 cards away from elimination. A king on the turn.
Pero un rey lindo ese, ¿eh? Ojo que es un rey bonito, ¿eh? No es de los peores reyes.
Coway's hand improved, but Mario's equity went up. He was 17% on the flop, now he's 26.
Ahora aparecieron más cartulinas para Marito.
Down to the river we go. 1 card away from elimination. Can he hit the spade?
It is a king! Coway makes a full house to eliminate Mario in 5th place. Nice run here today from the theater owner, but Coway, the up-and-coming professional, does get the knockout.
That's true. The theater owner didn't get the ending he wanted, but he's still going to take home over 25,000.
No puedo ni con las cartas. No puedo ni con las cartas, muchacho.
Okay, well, this time he's going to get out of the way. And Juan is going to go all in on his short stack here with King 8. And
Coway.
Pago.
yeah, he's
This
making his call.
seems a little loose from Coway with Brian still to act.
Brian's going out, so Coway now far behind. Oh, he sized there.
Yeah.
Hold.
Big opportunity for Juan Gonzalez from Buenos Aires to double up. Otherwise, put a bad beat on him, he'll be gone.
Tell you what, when you shove King 8, the best you can hope for is something like this. You're just loving this.
Yeah,
and
ooh,
ooh,
no.
less loving it.
A 5 for Coway. He's outflopped Juan.
Oh, Juan, very stoic. Coway, too.
2 cards to come.
these guys know it's a 5-card game. We'll see if he can catch up with an 8. Otherwise, he's going to be out of here in 4th.
Oh, he did!
There's an 8.
Got the 8.
Right there on the turn.
Whoa! That's the way to do it.
Juan, clearly a professional, knows that it's not over until you've seen the river card.
A huge favorite.
Not a big reaction on that 8. Let's go to a river. And it is an ace, and so Juan Gonzalez is going to double up here. He was very short. He got drawn out on the flop, but found his 8 on the turn, and he will stay alive moving forward.
Los de allá me soplaron.
Sí, lo salió primero la carta.
Laughing it up. He is still close to the chip lead. Very close with him and Brian. Juan with 1.1. Bronis with 2.1. Back down to it. Juan going to quickly fold this hand. Now Coway with a nothing jack 4. Does he want to get fancy? No, he goes out. Brian Kaufman with a pair of 4s.
Looks like a good spot to move all in, blind versus blind.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He's going to push Miguel, but Miguel's got a big hand,
Veo.
and he quickly calls it.
Good call from Miguel. Even though Juan is shorter than him, I don't think you should pass up an opportunity with ace-king here. So good call. Brian, good shove. Let's see who's going to take down this coin flip.
Yeah, this would make Brian a huge chip leader if he should win this.
This is one of the biggest pots of the tournament, if not the biggest.
He gets the king just like that on the flop. King, queen, 9.
Bang, bang.
No demoran mucho, acuérdense de la edad, che.
No fishing yet for you.
Going to the turn, and it's a jack of hearts. Miguel, a huge favorite to double up.
O sea, con el 4 de corazón nomás gano. Sí, porque el 10 no te sirve. El 4 de pic tampoco, el 4 de corazón.
It's an 8 on the river. Perfect card for Miguel. He is going to take down this pot. Will the local pull off the upset? We will see when we come back on the World Poker Tour.
This weekend, you can win your way into the next World Poker Tour main event by playing online poker at clubwpt.com. Sign up free using bonus code YTC and get a free 2-week trial.
Coway raises up an ace-9.
Brian going out. And now Miguel Bronis goes out as well. And there's Juan. He is our legitimate short stack. He's got queen 5 of diamonds.
Juan knows that if he moves all in pre-flop, he has no fold equity over Coway if he's got a solid hand.
Pau.
He's got a pretty playable hand, so he's going to make this call, take a flop out of the big blind with his short stack. Let's see if he can connect. Yes, he can.
Yeah, queen, jack, deuce. Juan out in front with the queen. He's going to check. Coway wisely checking behind him with nothing. And now a king of diamonds. That gives a 4 flush for Juan as well.
Not the card Juan wanted to see, but since he has second pair and a flush draw, it might induce a bluff from Coway.
Now he's taking more time.
And Juan is thinking about, well, do I just want to like bet all in and deny you your equity going to the river, or do I want to check and give you a chance to bluff?
And now he checks.
And Coway's going to take this bait. I don't love this bet, since I think most of the hands Juan peels with out of the big blind on such a short stack do have a pair or a straight draw here.
Well, I tell you what's interesting about it. He's betting 200. I think the time chip from Juan actually induced that bet. Because he said, you know, this guy's trying to pretend like he has a pretty good hand.
Yeah, it's not a crazy bet. You have some outs. And again, Juan is thinking about, do I want to just move all in and deny his equity, or do I want to call and give him an opportunity to continue bluffing later on? And he elects to call.
Coway's probably confused at this point.
Boom.
6 of diamonds, he gets the flush.
I would like Coway to bluff on this river. That 9 of diamonds is a really important blocker here, so I didn't love the turn bet, but I'd love a river one, even though we know it would blow up in his face.
Jugado. Pau.
Okay, so now Coway goes all in, insta-call, and Juan has just doubled up.
Ouch, yeah. Well, if you're going to bet the turn, you got to follow through on that river when you're holding the 9 of diamonds. So I think a good river bet from Kawe, but unfortunately Juan had played a great hand with his queen 5 of
Well,
diamonds.
I like the fact that he kept saying, I need more time. I mean, that's usually a sign of a weakness or a moderate hand.
Right.
And Kawe picked up on that and said, I'm going to take advantage of this guy. He's not going to be calling me. So he got trapped pretty good there.
Yeah, Juan really projected some uncertainty, and Kawe picked up on it, tried to attack, and ran right into one of the nut hands.
Onto this hand, Brian with an attractive 5-6 of hearts, but just calling it.
I like this play from Brian. I usually am not a big fan of limping, but here, when he has Miguel on the button, who is unlikely to isolate him without a really strong hand, I think Brian can see this flop cheaply, in position, and not have to risk playing a bloated pot against Kawe in the big blind.
Pretty decent queen 9 of spades.
Yeah, if I'm Kawe, I might just go all in. I might raise. Your options are available to you with queen 9 of spades. That's a good hand.
It really is. And he's just going to call it. Cat and mouse going on here. Here's the flop. It's a 9-8-3. 2 spades. What a flop for Kawe.
Big flop for Kawe.
Got the 9s and a 4 flush.
He's got it all here. I'd like to see him slow play a little bit. It's really hard for Brian to have connected.
Brian is going to bet it 120.
And I like Brian's bet. He has a gut shot. Kawe can have any 2 cards.
Kawe calmly calls it. And now the 4.
Okay, Kawe, you got it.
Gonna check it again, Trapperoonie.
And though Brian picked up outs here, they're no longer to the nuts, and he checks.
8 pairs the board. So Kawe checking his flush, hoping to get a bet here.
And I think you gotta bet if you're Brian. Your opponent can have 10 high, jack high, queen high, and you would lose if you check back, so you have to bluff with 6 high. And
Yeah.
yet again, we are looking at a player who we know is betting into one of the nut hands, and I'm saying I like his bluff.
He's bet 170.
And this has been an extremely well-played hand from Kawe.
Looking to load up here, get his money's
His
worth.
check raise to $500,000 should end this hand real quick. Brian with 6 high has no place to go.
It's got to be frustrated by all of this. Oh no, he's going to re-raise. Insta-call there by Kawe. Unbelievable. Fantasy play syndrome backfires.
Wow, and Kawe gonna take down one of the biggest pots of this final table.
Andy's are now 25. Blind 75, 150. It is getting expensive. On 1 with an 8-6. Can't play that junk. And Kawe now. He's out in front with 4.8 million in chips. He's got king, deuce of clubs.
I'm all in.
Yep, and he's going to rough it up. Brian Kaufman behind him. Only one to beat. He's got an attractive queen, 10 of clubs, and he is going to do it.
That looks like a loose call from Brian, but I promise if you run it through a computer, it's actually a very good and winning call. When you're the short stack at a final table, you're free to make plays that are winning chips. When you're a medium or a big stack at a final table, you need to question how the plays you make will affect your moving up the payout ladder. Brian, as the short stack, doesn't need to worry about that. He's free to just call off.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of. Showdown time. It is a jack 6-6. Kawe in front. Looking good to eliminate Brian Kaufman. Brian, who played so well all night long, except for that one blow-up hand, perhaps.
Yeah.
Ace on the turn.
And now he is down to a river where he needs a king, queen, or 10 to survive. It's a 7. Kawe scores the elimination of Brian Kaufman in 4th place. The young professional put on a great show at this final table. Came in 2nd in chips, but unfortunately did not win the all-ins he had to.
That's right. Brian, the tough young poker pro, goes out in 4th place. Gonna take home $33,000.
And showing us that he belongs at this final table, battling it out with these young pros.
Well, look at this pair of kings. He's on a rush right now. He's got the momentum. He's got the big hand. Lives an hour away from this casino. Comes here every day, he says, and then he fishes.
350.
Yeah, very cool to make a big final table at your home casino.
He's made it 350 with the kings. Let's see if he can get the whale to bite again.
Well, Coway has a sweet hand in the big blind. We definitely want to see a flop here in his shoes.
Big moment for this man, the local Miguel. And he's got a great flop for him because a 9-6-4 that gives nines to Coway.
Well, this could be a trouble flop for Coway.
550.
Miguel is going to bet on the bigger side, 550.
Yep, he's trying to rep like he has an overpair.
So Coway should definitely call here, but there should be alarm bells going off in his head that a tight player is betting big on a coordinated flop.
Subo.
And what is this? Oh, no. Oh, hold me back, Vince. This is, I can't even.
Well, he doesn't believe him.
All in.
He's making a move, and now he's going to find out what happened.
Coway has turned top pair into a bluff.
¿Qué hizo? Yo veo ganando.
Paga y ve enseguida. La vas a ver. Porque si no, no te las mueves.
Nah, hizo los ojos.
And Miguel is doing everything he can to broadcast the strength of his hand.
4-6-25. Tengo un poquito más.
Ni yo sabía que tenía tanto.
Tengo un poquito más que vos.
The clock is ticking down to 4 seconds for him to make a decision. He's going to buy more time.
Coway calls this off. I'm walking out of the room.
He'll basically be almost broke. And finally, he does the right thing. Does he? Yes, he's going to lay that down.
¿Se puede ver?
Quite a turn of events. Miguel Branas, the local legend, takes another big pot. He's going to be our chip leader.